So this is gonna be another episode of Off the Clock with Mo. Today, I got the honor of having a longtime friend, a longtime brother. I actually stayed with this man and his family for X amount of months while I was in high school. So we got a real chance to see each other, not just in the city, in the neighborhood, at school, but we got a chance to eat together, wake up to go to school together,
Right.
talk shit together, get mad at each other, forgive each other. We got a chance to do all that shit, at one
Right.
time and continue and still continue in this time now. I think I can call this guy up and say, hey, or vice versa. All right, I see what I can do and do what we can to be there. And that's how he's here today. I said, hey, he said, all right, I'm gonna be there.
I'm here.
And he's
Showed
here.
up a little late though, but I'm here. You know what I'm saying?
This is the infamous Egg Norris Chip, whatever name you want to call
Nasty
him.
man, Sir Chip, the nasty man. That's what they know me by in the streets, my rap name. But I'm Aganoris Brown to him or Chip to him because he's family. You know what I'm saying? So family, he can call me by my government, but don't nobody get away with that. I'm the nasty man. Yeah.
we were just talking about growing up out there, in Taylor. A lot of times when I tell people, I grew up, between the city of Inkster and between Taylor, people like Taylor. Well, back then Taylor wasn't
No,
that part of Taylor we was in wasn't nothing to play around in.
no, they like, everybody knew about Inkster. Everybody knew about Saigon and all that stuff out there and Alcatraz and the bad places and, the city. But Taylor had its own little area, its own little corner, its own little area of drug dealers and crime or whatnot, what you would say. It had some ruthlessness in there. And we all survived it all. We survived massive incarceration for one out there in Taylor because they would just lock us up for just basically walking down the street, if you was in the wrong, area, doing that, illegal thing. But, it is what it was.
Yeah, it is. Well, I mean, I think like I tell a lot of people, I think Taylor built a lot of character in everyone that was in Taylor, and the character that it built, it built, diversity. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
As we got older,
Wow.
we got to change. We was able to, be around other people because we already been around other people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So our way of thinking
It's different.
is different. So I may think this way and think that way, but there's a lot of people that I know that just think one way and that's the only way.
Yeah, because those people are like block-minded.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I call them. Because I be in the city a lot. And, all they know is just what they see in their neighborhood. And if all you see in your neighborhood is your kind, you won't really know how to, like you say, communicate with other races and stuff. But like you say, we grew up with Indians, people from Pakistan,
Yeah.
people from Saudi Arabia, as well as Caucasians. When they were the majority, we were the minority in the school. We made up about what, 10 to 13%.
If that.
If that, when everybody black in the city of Taylor, we all knew each other, whether we were friends or not.
Right.
Everyone, it was like a handful of us. And like he said, I tell my daughter and stuff them that, we basically got the same type of education as Obama. We have the Obama mentality. We can think, we can read, we can write. We had choices of electives to do in school where where you could take math, science. You took the basics, but then your electives was just broaden your mind.
Yeah, I mean, you had wood shop,
Right.
You had auto mechanic,
Right.
You had home ec, drafting.
Yeah.
You had wood shop. You had a whole bunch of things. At the time, some of the stuff seemed like, man, I ain't about to do this shit. But then you're like, God damn, I about to took them down classes.
I've been paid off.
I've been carving my own shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I learned how to, change my own oil and shit like that. Learned how to put brakes on the car. I learned how to do a lot of different things mean, I don't do it now, but
You know how.
yeah, I know
Right.
how. I know the basics of doing it.
Right.
Don't
You
ask me to
just
fix
say,
your shit though.
yeah,
You know,
right,
I
right.
may put the pads on there, but I don't mean you gonna stop.
Right. Got to bleed the brakes.
Yeah,
You
I
know
know.
what I'm
I know a little
saying?
something. You know what I'm saying? I know a couple signs when shit going wrong, but don't ask me to work on your car. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
But Taylor, life was good, you know, and we all be on the internet or whatnot, like Facebook, TikTok, or whatever. And I see a camaraderie amongst us, all us black Taylor people that went to school together. We call it's like we all are tailor made. You know, Taylor made us and it helped to shape us into the individuals that we are, to have our own minds and opinions and not to infringe on others.
Right, right. You know what I'm
You
saying?
know?
Because man, it helps. It just helps. You know, when once you get out into the world on your own. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? When you start getting jobs, or you start trying to entrepreneur, and you start having to
Right.
actually talk to people and understanding how to talk to somebody,
Right.
it's the time to talk in slang. Then it's a time to talk with sense.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You
Right. You know,
can't talk to
right, right.
everybody in that slang, and
Yeah.
unfortunately, you
Yeah.
come across people that will talk to you in slang and be like, "What the hell gave you the idea that this is how I talk? I haven't
Or
talked to you like this
or
not
that
one
you
time."
even gonna get a job
Yeah,
talking like that.
right.
You know what I'm saying? For that matter. You absolutely right with that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta like what he said, you gotta switch it up. I tell people this all the time. Like I'm sitting here on the Mo show chilling. And right now I'm Batman. You know what I'm saying? But when I'm at work, Detroit Bowl, my coffee company up at the Eastern Market, I'm Bruce Wayne. Hello, sir. How you doing? Would you like a cup of coffee today? You got to know how to switch it up in order to make it in this world. You got to get in where you fit in, and Taylor Truman taught us that for sure.
Yeah, man.
For sure.
As much trouble and chaos as as we may have
Race
caused.
fights,
Yeah.
literal race, nigger. Yeah, those. Yeah,
Even fights between us, or jokes between us, and
yeah, yeah.
all type of shit. You know what I'm
It's just
saying?
love, man. We done
Yeah.
been through it all, you know. And the greatest part about it is we can sit down, be here with one another, and reflect on all the years that has passed. And I'm 51 years old.
Oh, you 51 now?
Yeah, my birthday is Saturday.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say,
Saturday, Chip turning up.
I thought you,
Chip turning
I was
up.
about to say I thought you was 52, but all right, I guess I am right.
Yeah. Oh no,
Yeah.
I'll be the 51. The
Oh,
51.
that's what's up. That's what's up. I mean, 50, 51. It's all a milestone because to be honest with you, man, ain't nobody. It wasn't set up for us to make it this far into life. You know what I'm saying? It was set up for us to either be in prison somewhere or to be dead somewhere. Is what it was set up for us to be, and we beat those. We beat those odds.
But for me, we beat them odds, but I did a little bad, and the Lord brought me through.
Mm-hmm.
Believing in the Father and His Son brought me through a lot of stuff. Like, I feel like we lacking that right now in today's time. Like when we was growing up, people were still at least going to church. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying it's the best thing for everyone, but for me having a spiritual basis kind of kept me safe. Cause boy, it's bad out here in this world. It's bad.
Yeah, no, it is bad. I mean, nowadays, when we was going to school, well, all right, I know from this time to this time, I'm gonna be safe.
Yep.
I'm gonna eat at least 2 times while I'm at school. I'm gonna be able to
Right.
bullshit with my friends while I'm at school. Nah, I ain't gotta worry about the ass whooping until I get home.
Right.
But now these kids gotta worry about somebody coming to the school and shooting the motherfucker up. You can't even go to school without getting a phone call that either someone has used a bomb threat or came to school and just shot the motherfucking
What
school up.
amazes me the most about it is, Detroit went through a little rash of people getting killed for Jordans at school when I was growing up, and the way they stopped that, they've had a metal detector in every school that you went in, and it's still like that today. And you go out to these suburbs, and they don't have a metal detector to first
No.
for these kids to walk through. And to me, that's your first line of defense. You funnel them into the school through that metal detector, like I see at these Detroit public schools where kids are not getting shot. You funnel them in through that metal detector. DDD, you know what I'm saying? One way in, one way out for each class. You know, you have to figure out a better way. And it starts with the metal detectors for me.
Well, the reason why, you know, they got metal detectors in the Detroit public schools is, if you ask me, I think it's getting you ready for jail and prison.
Yeah.
If you go to these suburban schools, that's the last thing they want is a metal detector that they kids and they self got to walk through.
Yeah, but now it then turned into what they used on us to beat us down. They gonna have to use it to save themselves. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But think about, they used it to like beat us down, make us feel like we're in jail. But look at how safe our kids has been. Our kids ain't got shot up.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like a double conundrum for them, a double-edged sword, where they thought they was hurting us. They really was protecting the kids in the end, because now it looks like they gonna have some gun detectors in all of them schools.
Well, you know, but at the same time, it also goes as far as, you know, when we was growing up during the crack epidemic, you know, put them in jail, put them in jail, put them in jail. Everybody that's selling dope, put them in jail. Everybody that's using dope, put them in jail.
Massive incarceration.
But now you have this fentanyl outbreak. You got this heroin outbreak, and since it's hitting the suburbs, they're sick. They need help. They need this. Let's help them. They're not telling them we're gonna put you in jail.
Yeah, that's a great point of view.
You know what I'm saying? They told us that we're gonna put you in jail.
What you do for a living, and you have a better insight on like that type of thing. I see it in the streets and every day, but you're right, man. You know, they started panicking as soon as the fentanyl, they started ODing. They was catching the bus from across 8 Mile, coming on into the city of Detroit, getting their drugs downtown, and then ride the bus right on back across 8 Mile to where Ferndale, Oak Park, Royal Oak, wherever they go, and pass out. And then they need that, what's that new medicine they give them to bring them back?
Oh, Narcocan.
Narco. Now they got narco for them. Yeah, like you said, they let us die, but they didn't invent narco for them. You know what I'm saying? They invented narco for them. We gonna say we gotta save them.
They let everybody that was on crack die. They let you go to prison. It wasn't no getting no help for you. You wasn't no good. You wasn't no this.
You know how many people are still suffering today from their mother and fathers smoking crack? You know what I'm saying? Left their children bad. And then the kids might have started selling drugs because that's what they seen their mom and daddy doing and using. And now they out here in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Because that's all they know. That the drug game messed us up for at least 25, 30 years. You know, where now black people are just now really, to me, starting to become woke. Like, you know, selling drugs for what? You know, standing on the corner all day for what? You know, it's everything. Everything runs its course, and I think that has.
I mean, for the most part, it has. It's still out there, though.
Yeah, it's still out there.
I see it a lot.
It's the shooting up drug that they be using. This out.
Well, it's opioids now that right. Everybody that more and more people are taking.
And them bottles.
Yeah, you know, people are popping more pills and taking more fentanyl, and that's what they're doing now. But as far as, you know, you seeing motherfuckers on the street corners now selling dope, you don't see that shit no more.
Dude, the other day, I walk in the little store. I'm just going in there, get me a pack of cigarettes. Man, I got them pills. I'm like, what you talking about? $10 a pill. Man, nigga, I wouldn't pay $10 for one pill.
Yeah.
Man, come on, man. One pill, bro. These guys, that's why they have switched to it, because I guess it's money in it. You know what I'm saying? But still, it's an illegal drug. You know what I'm saying? And that's really taken over what crack was. The pill epidemic is now the new crack. It's the new drug. I mean, you got everybody doing it. And then they want to say, oh, I got a prescription from my doctor so I can, you know what I'm saying? So it's okay for me to use it. No. You know what I'm saying? It's okay for you to get hooked on it.
You know, after Taylor, we all moved on and went about our lives and left Taylor and things like that. Where did you end up going? Because I don't think no one heard from you, and I don't know how long before not too recently with the social media. At least I say at least is this 24?
I had to get away, and I had moved to Ohio, and I got with a woman. I was with her. She really wasn't too good for me. I loved her to death, and I found out toward the end of our 7-year relationship she was cheating on me. But she was a cousin of Bone Thugs and Harmony, Crazy Bone, you know. And then it didn't work out, and I ended up moving back up here, and I met my wife, you know, and I've been with her. Well, seen her because we kind of went to school together. I've known my wife for 37 years, and we've been together for 25. And the other part of the 37 years is just knowing her through school. But anyway, I came back up here, and I really wasn't together. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, you know, stop selling weed, you know what I'm saying? And I'll take care of you for a minute till you find yourself. So she made gave me an ultimatum to get out of that game, you know what I'm saying? Cause she knew me from school, and I was an athlete, you know, Olympian and stuff like that, Olympic alternate or whatever, whatnot. And she just knew I was better than what I was out there doing. And she gave me time to find myself. And I lived with her for 2 years, my nigga.
Where'd y'all live at?
And first in the back of Woodbrook, too quiet in Taylor. No one even knew we was back there for the first year. And I laid up on her playing video games. You know how black dudes do. Games. And then I kind of got tired of it, you know what I'm saying? I got to figure out something, you know what I'm saying? Then I went to school to become a carpenter. And when I went to school and I became a carpenter, I got a journeyman's card.
Okay.
You know, I'm a master carpenter. Y'all don't even know that.
Not exactly what is a journeyman? For those of us that don't know exactly what it is.
I can build skyscrapers, apartment complexes, read blueprints, design. It's nothing I can't build or construct. If I got the money, you got the blueprint, or I got the vision, I can make it come to life. I went to school for that. And you know, I'm still registered by the in the union. You know, I'm still registered in the union. But that kind of took a back seat because I discovered I could rap. And I didn't start rapping until I was, I think, let me be real, 36. I wrote my first rap. I seen a little commercial. And it was like, if you think you can rap and you think your song is hot, come on out to this. It was a strip club. Come on out to this thing, Gentleman's Club or whatever. Try your song. And I had talked to David, and David and his boy used to rap, my brother. And he sold me out and didn't show up for a show that I had booked him on. Because originally I was a promoter, trying to promote my brother David, because he could rap. So I'm trying to promote him and his friend, but it never worked out. So I was like, and I had told him, I was like, man, if that had been me, I'd have did that. I'd have been all on TV. I did that. And then the light bulb went off, and I wrote a rap. And like I said, I seen a commercial late night, you know, if you think you can rap, come up here. I don't know what made me get the nuts, but I went up there and tried it. And I stood on stage and did that song I made. They booked me for 6 months every Sunday. My very first rap, my very first time ever rapping or anything. And I haven't looked back.
So when you first got on the stage and they cued the music, what was going through your mind for the very first time on stage in the music cueing?
Fear.
How long did it take before you finally opened your mouth to?
I came right out with the song, because you hear your music, you hear the words on the song. So when the words started, the nasty, I have to be with the words, whether I'm ready or not. The song is playing. I can't stand there and I'll look like Milli Vanilli. You know what I'm saying? I gotta, you know what I'm saying? Fear gotta go away then, and then you conquer that fear and you just get it. I just got into the groove and went with it. And man, I was dancing with the strippers on stage while I was rapping and sliding through their legs and throwing money. Man, when I got off the stage, they gave me an encore. I mean, my first rap ever. They gave me an encore. My bro had displayed my music, and I jumped back up on stage without the microphone,
Yeah.
you know, lip syncing it, you know what I'm saying, and dancing with the girls and shit. But then when I got on stage, the owner of the club came on. He said, "Man, I ain't never had the club act like that or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You really made something for the women."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because everybody coming in here, shoot them up, shoot them up, shoot them up. You know, and I got this, I got this, I got that.
Right.
You know, so my rap was kind of different. It's about how good a woman looks, and I like the way she moves and twerks without calling her bitches and hoes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I know. I mean, 'cause I went on stage for the first time a few years ago for open mic for stand up comedy.
Right.
You know, and that shit had me so damn nervous, man. And I think I had drunk. I think I had took like 2 shots, and I had drunk like 2 or 3 beers in the green room, and
Oh yeah, yeah. You know I did. I took me a little shot and I smoked a blunt
Yeah.
before I went up. Yeah, yeah.
you know, and it's supposed to be a 5-minute set. And I had all this shit written down. I had a 5 minutes worth of shit written down. And they said, well, the light's supposed to flash when you get like 2 minutes left to let you know to wrap it up. And I get to my last part of my little sketch, and the light ain't never flashed. They left me on that motherfucker for an additional 3 minutes. And I had to come up with some shit off the top of my head. And the crazy part is I came behind somebody who was actually funny. And to try to keep that shit going
was hard.
Yeah, it was mind-boggling. You know, I heard people laughing and shit like that, but I didn't know if that was just like friends and family or was that like actual people.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I done had some shows where the dude before me had shut the club down, and I told the club I'm not even performing. Straight up, man, I'm leaving, bro. And you can't follow that. How can you follow? You know what I'm saying? I come to the strip joint, yes, Nasty Man Sunday night. Yep, Nasty Man Sunday night. You know what I'm saying? We in here, and I'm like, yeah, they got some other rappers who want to rap. I'm like, okay, yeah, let them do their thing. I'm sitting back watching. My man throw $5,000 in ones. I'm not getting no stage behind him. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, I'll holler at y'all next week. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, you know.
Did that cause any problem? You said, I ain't going up there now.
No. It didn't cause no problem with nothing, you know, because, you know, they paid me as I went that club.
Okay.
If I performed, then they would pay me. They had a little deal with me, like they give me $700 cash, you know what I'm saying? And I made a deal with them that I would throw $200 of the $7 that they gave me in ones on the girls when I performed, just to keep the act looking vibrant.
Yeah.
To have other artists, when they come in there, they know they gotta throw money when they get on stage,
right,
in order, you know what I'm saying? But I work for the club. You see what I'm saying? So I'm part of the club environment. The DJ's always gonna spin my music and stuff. They coming in there wanting to get it like me. So they gonna come in there and tip. They gonna buy drinks. You know, you gotta spin.
So where was you living when you first started? When you first went to the strip club and did your first performance?
I was living in the Cass corridors, where I still live now, but I lived in a better place. You know, I upgraded and bought a townhome, but I was living in a hood apartment building, a historic building. It was well kept. It had some good tenants. It wasn't no crime in it, but the area outside of that building, hell, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, prostitutes, drug dealers, oh my God, murders, carjackings, you know, it wasn't so safe. I had to be like, go everywhere with my wife, go everywhere with my daughter. If they want to go to the store, need something to go from the store, I'm going with them, because it was that bad back then. At that time, it's not like that anymore. It's a beautiful utopia.
Oh, okay. And so how long have you been living in Detroit?
I've been in Detroit now 25 years.
You've been in Detroit 25 years?
25 years, man. I've been down here, downtown, 25 years, bro. Downtown Detroit under the skyscrapers. I look out my window and see Motor City Casino.
Wow, I didn't know you was in Detroit for 25 years. I mean, because I always see you posting shit, you know, about Detroit. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't realize you had been, you know, downtown or in the city, period.
My daughter was born in Harper Hospital right there on Woodward, and she's 22 years old. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I've been living down. My granddaughter was born in the same hospital. So I moved and planted my roots in the city like 25 years ago. My granddaughter, then been born here.
What made you go from Taylor to the city?
Advancement. There is no advancement for a black man, as far as I'm concerned, out in the suburbs when you have had as many problems and run-ins with the police as I had growing up in my, era out there. They know Aggie Orange Brown for being this, doing that, and so every time, no matter how much I change my life or no matter how much I'm doing right and good now, they still seem, you see what I'm saying? The Aggie Orange Brown or the bad guy. They went to jail a couple times out there in Taylor. You see what I'm saying? So for me, I had to leave Taylor. That's what it was about for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I came to Detroit. And when I came out here, I'm not getting denied at a job. I'm getting advancement. I'm managing companies. And then it went to a step further where I used some of my acclimates with a coffee company, and the owner ended up giving me 18% of the company.
Yeah.
And we got our coffee in 700 stores. So I get checks cut from that. I get checks cut from rap from when I was touring with Bone Thugs and Harmony and when they play my music overseas. I really sit home and just collect checks, man.
Oh, that's
I don't even work. I go up to the market on Saturdays and it's a nonprofit. I do my nonprofit stand. Because I feed the homeless in Cass Park. Got to give back to the community. Been doing it for 14 and a half years, every second and fourth Sunday with the Wobbly Kitchen, Forgotten Harvest, and my Detroit Bowl Coffee Company, where we feed 150 to 200 people every other Sunday. Rain, sleet, or snow for 14 and a half years straight from the proceeds from my stand inside of the Eastern Market Shed 3. Come by and get a cup of coffee. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up. And you say you say you've been rapping. You started rapping now. You say 34?
Like about 36.
36.
Yeah.
Now, typically, we start at a young age, 15, 16, 17.
My dad beat that out of me, Curtis Johnson. My Pops. You remember Pops? He was real strict about that rap.
Yeah.
And I used to write poems and raps back then, but he wasn't having it. He was all about me being a track star, an athlete, because I was real good at track. You know what I'm saying? That's why he didn't want me rapping. He said it was never gonna last long and all of that. That hippity hoppity. That hippity hoppity. Remember beatboxing and all that was out? That's what he would do. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't pop. So he kind of like made a passion of mine go away. But the art of poetry I got from Miss Rozick in Brake Junior High School. She taught me poetry. And that is where the rap spawned from my 8th grade junior high teacher. That gift of teaching me poetry and how to put words together and how to make people feel with your words.
Yeah.
I was taught that, like we said, in Taylor. In Taylor, T-Town, you never know what you will use.
Right.
That you got out of the Taylor school system.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I speak German. I got that from Taylor schools. You know what I'm saying? Black man to speak German. Have you ever heard of that one? And that's kind of just how it happened, man, And then it was hard out there because people don't know, after that little stint ran out with the club, I made a name for myself. I'm hot. They got me on the radio. But the next step for me was to try to get a contractor to get signed. So that meant I had to start touring and just going everywhere, paying out my own pocket to open for stars.
What was your target market though, being that you was 36 years old? What was your target market? Who was you trying to target, to listen to your music?
Women. Because if you get the woman and the woman rocking like this, the dude gonna rock too because his woman like it. So you make music for women. Because if you make a song and a woman like it and she popping and rocking to it, her man gonna like it too because he like her. You know what
I
I'm
mean,
saying?
yeah, that's what Tupac said a long time ago.
Well, I ain't never heard that.
Yeah,
That's
what
that's just my idea.
Yeah.
How and like I say, I never my rap was to exalt bootylicious, wet and dripping, rocking a thong with your ass poked out and your apple bottom jeans on. Jeans so tight, just hugging your thighs. Jet black hair and your beautiful eyes. Small waist cutie with a beautiful face. You got hubble bubble booty all over the place. You know what I'm saying? It's just talking about how good a woman look,
Right.
how it moves, exalting her, never calling her a bitch or a hoe. Like I call strippers ghetto ballerinas.
So wait, being about, well, I guess you could say you were married and still are married.
Yeah.
During that time, how was your wife dealing with that? With you being in the strip clubs, dealing with all these strippers
It's
and
all about
throwing ass all over you?
trust and faith. You know what I'm saying? She financed my rap career for the first 8 years. So that's how she dealt with it. She knew what I was doing. It was all a gimmick. I told her I'm gonna make a gimmick. It's the Nasty Man, and the Nasty Man do blah 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 blah. He rap about girls. He throw money in the strip club, but that's not me. That's not who I am. It's an alter ego avatar. She understands that. Okay, but it did get to a point where like, baby, you out there and stuff. I want to do something too. So when she started feeling kind of like that I'm a star, and I don't know how to put it, but I'm out here or whatever, because I ain't gonna say star, but I'm with stars, I'll put it like that. You know what I'm saying? I say, well, we'll make you a song, so you can get out here and do it with me. So that's really how I ended. So then my wife, I started making tracks with my wife. We got a track called Flavor to Your Swag together. Oh, we set the city on fire with that one. We was on the radio. Oh man. So that's how she dealt with it. And she already knew, I wasn't going to the clubs getting lap dances and stuff. I go to the club, sit in my booth, smoke my smoke, drink a little one beer, because I can't get drunk. I don't drink. One beer. I get up and go do my thing. I might hang around and talk to the guys afterwards, but after I done threw my money, I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? I done got my $500 or whatever. I'm out of this.
Yeah, I've never been. I've never been a strip club type of person. It just never moved me. You know what I'm saying? One, like you said, you gonna drink one beer. I like to drink beers. And the beers in strip clubs cost too goddamn much for me.
Right.
This one can is gonna be $8.
Yeah.
In my mind, I'm like, well, shit, I can go to the store and get a whole 6-pack for that one can.
See, a strip club, you have to have.
And then you selling me a damn fantasy.
You got to go in that boy with the mindset, I'm ready to throw some money.
I ain't.
It wasn't for him. But for me, you know what I'm saying? I'll throw some money away. I'll pay a bitch phone bill throwing some dollars, because that's what they working there for, shaking their ass for. I'm not going to be sitting in there getting a free eyeball, just looking for free, because I call that eye raping. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gave her $1 or nothing.
Call me a rapist. Call me a riot shit. I'll go in there with you. I can't do it. I just can't do it, because I'm gonna go in there and then I'm gonna throw all this money down. Then when I wake up in the morning, I'm gonna reach in my pocket and I got $45 left.
See,
and now the bitch don't know me no more.
Yeah, I feel you. There's a lot of people like that, but when you trying to build something, it take money to make money. It took me throwing money, spending money, putting money into printing my own CDs back when we printed CDs. Yes, that's how long I've been doing this shit. And getting my shit on cdbaby.com streaming before streaming was ever even thought of. I got streams, man, man. I mean, a lot of this, and then like I say, I got to the point to where I made it. My goal was to get to the contract, to the big money. And I got there. And when I seen what they wanted me to do in that contract, as far as like morals and had depictions of the devil in my video, they wanted to own all of the rights to everything I made, all of my masters. I was 2 years I had to go and do whatever they wanted me to do and perform. It was just too much control over my life. They wanted me to dress like they wanted to take my gimmick, the nasty man, and take it a little step further and truly make me be a nasty man. And I didn't like that idea. They wanted me in male stripper clothes. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, nigga, I'm from Detroit, nigga. We don't get down like that, dog.
But you ain't want to put no thong on and rap at the same time.
Come on, man. Shit.
You ain't want to put
No Diddy here. No Diddy here. No Diddy here. Not the D, nigga. We ain't dealing with the Diddler. Not here, baby. Come on, man. I can't even go out like that.
Now, what about those when you started at 36 years old or whatever? What did you say? What about those that said, "Yeah, man, nigga, you ain't gonna be able to do this shit other than your father. You ain't gonna be able to do this shit."
No
man.
one knew. If you do anything, don't tell nobody. Just go out and do it. Because when you tell people, you give them the avenue to hate, to break the bad energy out in the world, affect you. Mm-hmm. That's why I don't communicate. Well, you know me. That's why I don't really kick it and let people know what I'm doing. I just do it, and I let people see what I'm doing. Because the hate comes. Oh, I'm about to go to Antigua, Martigo, or Maryland, or wherever. I'm about to go. Thank he all that. He got this. He got you know. You don't need that. Right. I'd rather for a person to see me take pictures like, oh, that's a nice picture. You see what I'm saying? I ain't even give you time to hate. All you can do is congratulate. Mm-hmm. You know, if you do hate, you just a natural hater. Right. You know? But that's why, you know what I'm saying? I kept it a secret. Like, I mean, I did it for the first 5 months, 6 months. And no one really knew it until it was on the radio. Oh, wow. I got so hot in that strip club, they put it on WJLB, bro. And that's how everybody, and then I started making videos. I was on the video shop with Boudang and Papa Duck, and I made a video, and I was on the late night videos with my music video, and everybody in the city got to know me then when I made the video. And that video shop shows all the way from Detroit to California. So now I done made it national. I got a national audience listen to the Nasty Man. Yeah. You know, so it just took its own thing and it snowballed and it just got bigger and bigger until I got to that contract and it melted. You know what I'm saying? And then I just got my own label, my own studio. I do my own music. I make my own beats. You said you got your own studio? Yeah. Where's your studio? It's in the basement. Okay. You don't need much, you know what I'm saying? Because if you as good as I am and been taught, like how I've been taught, after you done, all you gotta do is take it to where I take it to, my professional mixer and master, A-Rod, Wise Guy Studios, 10 Mile and Gratiot, Detroit Mo Thugs. That's where we go to get all our music made for the radio, to get it equalized and everything so it comes through the radio speakers properly from a radio station. And most people don't know that you got to get your music mixed and mastered. So, I get, shout out A-Rod. Oh, okay. All right. I know a lot of times, you talk about, you talk about the church, you talk about Jesus and talk about God and things of that nature. So how was you able to, I know it was a gimmick, but how was you able to mix the two? As back in the day, they call it circular music, and you can't be a part of, you can't serve two masters if you're serving. I feel like I was a light in a dark place. Everybody don't need saving. Walking around, the people that need saving is in the dark places, in the alleys, the corners, the drug dealers, the crackheads, the strippers. Those are the people that need saving. So anytime that I was in some of these clubs, it's funny that you would say this. Sometimes a stripper or somebody come talk to me about God. And I give them these little words and drop these little dimes. And then I noticed over the years, it was more and more. So I started feeling like maybe he had me there so I could bring people out, because I talked to a few strippers. They quit stripping. Like, I ain't making no money in here. Well, maybe this ain't for you. Maybe you need to quit. Maybe the Father has something else for you. Girl quit. I see her 6 months later. I was sick in the hospital. She then became a nurse, and now she's taking care of me.
Oh, that's
You know what I'm saying? So you don't know where the Lord sends you. You know what I'm saying? People, you don't know where He'll send you. Sick people is in the hospital, so a doctor got to go to the hospital. Or sick people go to the hospital. You got to go take the word to where people need it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? People in the church don't need me to preach to them, because they got to preach up there at the pulpit preaching to them.
Right.
So I'm the low-level preacher for us on the streets, because I carry His word with me. So if I see somebody want to know something about the Father or something about the Bible, I'm more than willing to share. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I'm here for as a Christian, because I'm a Christian first. You know, I want to go to heaven. You know, I've died, been on the other side in a coma 4 days, seen darkness. I'm telling you, it's real. It's real.
Okay.
It's real, bro. I tell people this one. This is my one. I'm going to give it to you. On the first day, the Father said, "Let there be light."
Mm-hmm.
Do you know it wasn't until the 4th day that He made the sun and the moon?
Yeah.
So is it the sun that gives you light?
That's a good question.
No, it's not. You're in the light of God.
Yeah.
Got him, baby. He made the sun and the moon to govern the day and the night, so that you would have daytime and nighttime. And He didn't make that to the 4th day. But the very first day, He said, "Let there be light." So it was already light. You see what I'm saying? But most people don't know that. They think the sun is what gives you light. But if you don't read the Bible for yourself, you don't know that. The sun is not what gives you light.
Right. You know, I've been going. I've never really been a big Bible tote or anything like that. I've always been I always know there's a higher being, and something that's more powerful than I am. And I also, I've always believed in God. You know what I'm saying? When I was smaller, I used to go to church all the time. So but as I got older,
nigga. Did you go to Awanas?
Yeah, I went to Awanas a few times.
Yeah, that's that Taylor stuff.
Yeah, they used to come to the bus. You know, they used to come and get us on the bus and stuff like that. But before that, I used to go to People's Community Church, and it's in Westland, on the border of Westland and Inkster.
Right. I remember that.
With my grandparents all the time. But as I got older, of course, you start getting away. You start getting away from it because other things catch your attention. You know what I'm saying? Other things just gravitate you. But for some reason, no matter who you are or what you are, I always believe, and I've always seen people always find their way back, to the Lord in whatever shape, form, or fashion. You may some of your famous artists may have started off in church and went on and became an R&B or a rap, anything like that. But then when that day is over with, they always end up coming back home. You know what I'm saying?
It's your foundation.
Yeah.
And you stray, or they call it backslide.
Yeah.
But for me, I've suffered. I've been in jail. And when you suffer, it's saying in the book, it's a blessing in suffering.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because it brings you closer to the Lord. Because if you ain't suffering and you always got, you'll be like what he just said. You don't really have a real, you believe in him, but you're not praying every day, wanting this every day. You know what I'm saying? But when you in jail, oh, Father God. You know what I'm saying? You praying, you know what I'm saying? And you reading the word. Now, some people do it and think it's just to get out or whatever. But for me, when I was in there and I was reading, I was taking the stuff I was reading to heart. Plus, like you said, I had a foundation with my parents and grandparents. My granddaddy was a preacher. My grandmother was the choir director. My aunts were in the choir. We used to go to church. I'm from Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Bible Belt. We used to go to a Baptist church, listen to my granddaddy preach. My grandmama sing hymns and songs. Then my granddaddy preached some more. You know, so for me, I've always wanted to be looked up at the way my grandfather was, how people respected him
Mm-hmm.
and revered him and came to him for like consultation or, you know, they just respected him. And I seen that growing up. I seen who he was. And I kind of always wanted that to be me. I strayed away from it. Like you say, you stray away from the word, but it brings you back.
Oh yeah, you know, because like lately, you know, for like last, I don't know, probably like last 3.5, 4 years, you know, I've been going to. If I haven't been, if I don't go to church, I watch it online. You know what I'm saying? I from time to time, you know what I'm saying. You know, I ain't perfect, so from time to time, you know, I find myself praying about this and that. You know, but the one thing, the one thing, if I got to say anything that I have to work on with the whole thing, I can pray all day in my head. But now you ask me to do it out loud. That's a different story for me.
But that's where you're supposed to be in your head. He says, when you pray to me, he says, go in your closet so no man hear it.
Right.
So it's just me and you. Build a relationship with me.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do it so that other people can see, because for him, it feels like you're putting on a front
Right.
or a show. You didn't pray to me when you was in the room by yourself. That's what he wants. So what you're doing is what he wants.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Now, it's just that simple. You know what I'm saying? Because he tells you to, you know. Go in your closet and pray unto me. You know, I that's in the Bible everywhere. You know, you don't have to be a baptism like when people get baptized. That's just to admit to the people that you believe in the Father.
Right.
It really don't do nothing.
Right.
It's just to let everybody that's human and fleshly know that you believe in the Father in heaven. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of things have certain significance and some things don't. They just emphasize a lot more on.
Oh, okay. I mean, yeah. I mean, you know, but like you said earlier, you know, it be those, you know, it be them struggling moments that you be saying, like, shit, man, you get me through this one here.
Right.
Well, I swear to God.
But let me tell you the trick. Let me tell you a trick. Do it when you ain't struggling.
Yeah, that is the trick,
because that's why my life has been so blessed. I pray when I'm not struggling because he wants us to praise him. Okay, see, the devil, he used to be named Lucifer, and he was the Father's right-hand man up in heaven. And Lucifer was the creator of music.
Yeah.
He made music and he sung none but hymns and stuff, nothing but for God, but he got tired of it. And God kicked him out. You see what I'm saying? So God wants praise from us. He wants to say thank you. He wants us to sing songs to him. But we down here on earth and I'm nasty man. I done wrote something for the Father too, but they don't want to hear that. That's not what the industry is gonna push.
Oh well, no, they're not. They're not gonna push that.
They don't want to hear that. But I got some that's for him as well, because I couldn't just keep spitting out that stuff and not really, because my rap took a change. Once they seen I could rap, now they wanted me, man, let's see if you can say a gangster rap. Now they want me to change what I'm really doing to K ready to spray. Yeah, I'm about to go off. Niggas playing hardball knowing they soft. Batter up, I'm a nut. I'll knock your head up. See, lemon squeeze, nigga, please. I ain't taking no loss. See, they didn't change my mindset. To do what they want.
So how was you able to how was you able to say no? I guess that's the main thing. How was you able to say no when somebody sit up here and push all this shit in your face and say, all right, here go $5 million. I need you to do this, and you say no.
I used to hang with Big Meech, bitch. That's how. I used to hang with Meech. I was one of them niggas he took to the motherfucking Freaknik for free. I done seen plenty money. I'm from Detroit. I know YBI niggas. I know BMF niggas. I remember the Chamberlain brothers. I told you I used to fuck around out here. I'm trying to tell you, I done seen major money. Shit, you flip a couple bricks. I ain't saying that's what I want to do. I'll get the 1.2 million they offering me right there. That's how I turn that shit down. That's how, plus I got morals, I got standards. I got a daughter. I got a mother. I'm not about to let them see me on TV with my phallus just popping all in front of me. You know what I'm saying? No, I can't go out like that, man. I got morals. Like I said, I'm from Alabama, the Bible Belt. I grew up in a church, and that would just be like turning my back completely on everything I ever was taught, believed in, for $1.
Oh, okay, all right.
Simple as that.
Oh, okay. So did you find yourself feeling like? Remember that movie, The Color Purple?
Mm-hmm.
Remember that when the preacher's daughter was at the juke joint singing, and the Lord hit her, and she started singing. They started singing the same song without even knowing they were singing, and it went from the juke joint.
I didn't left the juke joint, Lord, because I ain't in the strip joint no more. Yeah.
And they said, and she told her father before they hugged, while they was hugging, you know, what did she say? Sinners believe in the Lord too, Daddy. Did you have that moment?
Did you hear that, man? Sinners believe in the Lord too. And if you think you're walking around here not sinning, what do you believe in Christ for? Because Christ was given to you to forgive sin. All of these people with that holier than thou attitude, you know what I'm saying? Sinners, Christ came to save the sinners. He didn't come to save the people that was in that church. He didn't come to save them tax collectors. He didn't come to save Pontius Pilate. He didn't come to save Barabbas, who's on the cross. He didn't come to save Judas. He came to save the meek, the humble, the poor, those that didn't have. It says easier for an eye to get through the camel of a needle before a rich man goes to heaven. Thank God I'm not rich. I want to go to heaven.
Right.
I'm comfortable. He wants you to be comfortable and to maintain and to be thankful for what you have. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because there's a lot of people that got way less. Like the people over there in Sudan or in the dirt somewhere. Man, me and my man Mo, we live like kings. Kings. You see what I'm saying? They ain't even got water, pot to piss in. So we are to be thankful for what we got and to just maintain. There's nothing wrong with wanting more.
Yeah.
You know, but don't be greedy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And don't go about getting more the wrong way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I've done that road too, and it ain't the road to go. I done been there, 51 years, I done did a lot. Been through a lot, seen a lot. You know.
So in these 51 going on 52 years, how do you see yourself from then and now? And yeah, I guess from then to right now, would you have changed anything, or would you even change anything now?
I can't change nothing because everything that I've been through make me who I am today. I can say I wish I hadn't have made bad choices. But the bad choices that I made made me go through something. And when you go through something and you come out of it on the other side, you persevere.
Right.
And perseverance builds character. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of these people have no character. They're just robots. They ain't been through nothing, don't know what they'll go through. That's why you got guys who lose their job and working on force for 40 years and get fired or whatever and go home and kill their whole family and kill themselves because they don't know what to do. You see what I'm saying? So for me, you got they give you the 7 deadly sins. It's 7 holy attributes no one talks about. And one of them is perseverance.
Right.
Another one is wisdom. You know what I'm saying? You got to know life. That you just about choices and trying to make the best choices you can, bro.
Yeah, I think that's the I believe that's the one thing about life. No matter how much everything in this world changes around us, we go from playing banjos to listening to LPs to playing tapes to listening to CDs to streaming. But the one thing that hasn't changed about life is life. Life hasn't changed. How we live our life has changed, but life itself hasn't changed because you're going to live you're gonna die. Now, what you do in the middle of that is up to you. That's why
Right.
you have a born on date, you have a death date. But that's what that dash in the middle is for.
What
That
did you
dash
do?
is life.
Life.
What did you do? What did you do between this date and this date?
I like that.
It don't matter that you went from listening to a record player to headphones.
Man, I like that. I like that. Born in 19 whatever, and then they died in 2000 whatever. But that dash means life.
Yeah,
That's some deep shit. I like that one, Mo.
Yeah, it don't matter what you did. It don't matter how you still had life. It don't matter if you listen to headphones in that life. You listen to a record player. It was still life.
Whatever was going on within that time of life, it was just life. It's just all about what you. Yeah, you're right. You know, and like some people live a simple life and don't need none of that stuff we just named, and some people live life and need it all.
Yeah, but at the same time, you still get that dash. It's still just that dash right there. No matter how you lived your life, it's still that dash.
Diddy ain't in that dash.
You don't want no baby boy for your dash.
No. Nigga rub you down and you got
nah.
GHB in your body. Dude, did you see the picture them motherfucking police took with all them phallus?
Man, you know, you know the crazy part, man. Part of that is, I think, not to say that he hasn't done any of that, but I think a part of that is also the devil as well, because of all the things that you may have found on laptops, on cameras, on any and everything to say that this man did this and the third. You say baby oil.
Your evidence is baby oil and dildos.
Because that's what's gonna go in some people's minds to be able to judge you per se. That's how I'm gonna judge you in the court of the people. Not in the court of the people, but I'm gonna judge you in public. Because all everybody gonna be able to talk about is baby oil.
Yeah, but the reason everybody gonna be talking about baby oil is because he put GHB in it. So it made it not baby oil. It made it a controlled substance and a legal drug. So we go like, yeah, you're right.
But how many people are hearing GHB?
No, all we hear is baby oil.
All we hear is baby oil.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They didn't come out the very first day. They had 1,000 bottles of baby oil and GHB
in the baby oil.
Yeah, they just said baby oil.
Baby oil.
I mean, I'm not saying anything that he did was right or anything of that nature, but you put just baby oil to embarrass somebody. You didn't put it out there to say the fact that he was incapacitating people with this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, you ain't put it out there. Like, it's some movie out, you know what I'm saying, where in the movie they be putting stuff in people's drinks and baby oil, and they be doing stuff to them, and they start telling everybody, oh, watch this movie because that's what Diddy did to people. But it's like this, man. I've been in the atmosphere of a lot of rap stars, and I'm telling you, a lot of rap stars. Them boys take it in the booty. I'm a man. I know a feminine man when I'm around one, and boy, they know not to come. They come to Detroit, you know, and I open for them, or I do a show with them, and I get to see how they are, how they act, and their mannerisms, and a lot of that shit ain't nothing no man would do. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, I ain't gonna even say no names. I just, I just know the truth, man. I've been in the rap game going on like 20 years, I think. You know what I'm saying? 20-some years. Been there. And I've seen a lot, been with a lot of rappers. I've been around a lot of things that I just couldn't believe I seen with my own two eyeballs. I mean, I'll say this because it was some porn stars. Just for example, how wild some stuff can get. Beauty Dior and Cherokee. Beauty Dior birthday, she flying time zones. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I celebrate my birthday here, and I'm in another time zone because my birthday just started again. Type shit. You know what I'm saying? So she flying time zones. You know what I'm saying? Her and Cherokee and I can't remember the other one name, but she was a stripper too. I mean, a porn star too. And but I remember Cherokee and Beauty Dior because they was on stage when I performed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And she on stage, she put the water bottle in her thing and squirt water out the out like a fucking nigga. I'm like, whoa, my nasty squirt that shit out. I'm like, oh, this bitch out of control. But you know, where the show over and it's the end of the night, it's 3:00. And you know that's after hours. And we're upstairs in the VIP. And I'm like, what's going on? You know, niggas is in a circle with they shit out. And they just going around in a circle, giving a nigga about like 3 or 4 taps, $400. Give my $100. No.
Hell no.
Oh, yes. Yes. And the nigga, just so a nigga say, oh, Beauty, you already suck my dick, nigga. You ain't even busting nut.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, this shit was just crazy. I just walked up in there and it just was so. The air. It's not. It was just so thick. It was just evil.
Uh-huh.
It was sexual evil.
Yeah.
Because there's different levels of evil. Because I've been in a room where I've been scared to move because they got a nigga tied up over here. You know what I'm saying? I call myself coming to get a package or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I gotta act like I don't see shit. I'm tough as hell. You know what I'm saying? But I'm boo-booing and peeking all like, oh my God, no. You know what I'm saying? But you know, stuff is just crazy out there, man. You know, I done seen a lot, been through a lot. And the Father been with me the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have never done anything to anyone.
Right.
I've never crossed lines and had a rap battle because I don't believe in that. I don't talk about other rappers. Somebody say I don't like me. Okay, whatever. I go on my own way, do my thing, keep it moving.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I don't rap on the east side. Because I was on the east side once and a shootout happened in the club. The second time, a shootout happened in the club when I was on the east side. So I was just done with this. I bagged in the corner, man, just shooting people in the club.
Damn.
Drunk. I'm in the corner. He didn't even like the Grim Reaper though, because it's dark.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm in the corner, so he didn't see me. All that stuff in it. And when I got out of that club, and he shot a couple more people in the parking lot. Once I got out of there, I was like, I can't go back to the east side rapping no more. You know.
Uh-huh.
You know, I like the East. I like people over there. I got plenty family, John Drama, Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? My East Side niggas, what's up? You know, but shit, I had to stay away from that unless I'm with East Side niggas. You know what I'm saying? Straight up, that's the only way, baby. But you know.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. I think a lot of people that see this, you know, and they hear your story, man. They hear everything about you. I think it's gonna give people a different understanding and a different perspective of Chip.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And like you said, because a lot of people didn't know what you was doing. They didn't understand, you know, why you was doing what you was doing, or even how you got to be, you know, where you at, you know, and things of that nature. They, you know, a lot of people think that, well, shit, just Chip just popped up and just started saying Rise and Grind Detroit. People think that, you know, you just popped up and started putting on Detroit apparel.
No.
You know what I'm saying? And I think after today, I think that people are going to get a better understanding.
I've been grinding for a long time. And I tell people it takes 10 years of you doing anything before you see results.
Yeah.
I mean that from the bottom of my heart. It takes 10 years of you putting your money in, your time in, your effort before you finally start seeing results. I got a coffee company. It proved to be the same way. 10 years in before I started seeing results. You know, my track career, when I was running track, I had so much dedication from 6th grade to 12th. That's another 10 years. You got to put in a decade at anything you want to be and just believe in it. By the 10th year, it'll blow up.
Yeah.
By the 10th year, it'll blow up. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody will know that's what you do because you've been doing it for 10 years.
Yeah. I mean, I believe that, you know, once you know, anything worth having is worth putting in the work for it. You know what I'm saying? And you got to put in the work for it because nothing that you do is easy. Because if it was easy, everybody would do it.
Right.
If it was easy, we wouldn't live as long as we live. You know, even though life is short,
Like,
but we wouldn't live
right.
as long as we live if everything was easy. Because the next person is going to be able to do it too. The next person is going to be able to do it too. You got to put in the work
To get it.
and you can't give up on yourself even when it's hard and don't look like it's going to work out. And you believe in it, keep doing it.
Have never given up on myself. That's that's because a lot of people give up on themselves or think they can't get no better and just settle. I'm not a settler. You know, I'm just not a settler. I always feel like I can do better. I always feel like I can help somebody, uplift somebody, feed somebody that ain't trying to just take advantage of me because I got a couple dollars.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like I got family members I don't deal with because every time they talk to me is, can I get some money? Or, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm not made of money. I tell people I built this shit. You come to my house and you think I'm rich, but no, I accumulated this over years, over time. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Over time, I accumulated jewelry. Over time, I accumulated cars. Over time, I accumulated money and saved and stacked.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Everybody, oh, Chip, let me cut it out, man. This I ain't get it overnight like you just said.
You know, wise man told me a long time ago, the best thing you can do for a broke person is not be broke with them.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Because they don't have no limit on how much they want from you.
How much they gonna keep begging you for money. Right.
But you got a limit on what you have. And once you done pass out everything that you have, you don't have it no more.
They gone.
They gone. You can't ask them for it no more. You can't, not that you can't ask for it no more. You can't ask them for it, period.
Period.
Because they don't have it no more. You know what I'm saying? So the best thing you can do for some people is not give them, is not be with them, you know, in that light.
I'm good on buying you what you need. Don't ask me for no money. You need a generator, I'll get you a generator. You need some groceries, I'll go buy you some. But don't ask me for no cash. You know what I'm saying? I'm just, no. You know what I'm saying? It's just a no.
I mean, even if you do ask me for cash and I give you the cash.
No, it got to be somebody like you.
Don't.
You know what I'm saying? Certain people make, you know what I'm saying? Hold on a minute, let me clarify that one time. You know, certain people can ask me for cash and I'll look out for them because I know I'm going to get it back. Or I know they have a way to pay me back and that, you know, they're a man of their word or a woman of their word. But if you burn me one time, shame on you.
Yeah.
You burn me twice, shame on me. I'll never let nobody burn me twice. And I
just hope, you know, for some odd reason, if it's $30 to $1,000,
right.
If that's how much our friendship is worth to you, because you done burnt me on this shit, then it is what it is. I'm not mad at you. It just won't happen again. That's all.
Man, as far as I'm concerned, if you get me like that, I feel like you was waiting all my whole life to get me that one time. Because a true friend would never do you that way.
No, the true friend is not going to do you that way. But you just never know sometimes.
Yeah.
You just never know. And if our friendship was only worth $1,000, all right. Well, it cost me $1,000 to get you out of my life. Then it cost me $1,000 to get you out of my life.
To learn the truth about you. Right. Yeah. It's better for me.
Yeah. And it is what it is. Then from there, I mean, I ain't mad. I'm not gonna be mad and want to fight you and beat you up. I just know that we not on that level no more.
Real talk.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm
gonna have to go smoke me a blunt, smoke me a cigarette. You know what I'm saying? He got me over in this way sober, but that was a good way for me to be, though. You know what I'm saying? So I could think fresh off my brain, not be so clouded and stuff, you know. But I'm about to get cloudy.
But this is gonna conclude another episode of Off the Clock with Mo. I appreciate Chip for coming. I hope that y'all appreciated it just as much as I did. So please, you know, like it, subscribe to it, and we're gonna have some more coming out. You know what I'm saying? I just hope that I can get Chip back on here again and do it.